Sometimes dead is better.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Not So Super Fan. So today we're going to do a review for the new Stephen King movie adaptation. Well, it's not new, it's kind of like a remake of the 1989 one and the 1992 sequel, Pet Sematary with S. So this movie, if you guys know the lore already, follows the story of a family. They move into basically into the woods, and there's a cemetery which is for pets, and there's a lore behind the cemetery. You know, if you bury something, they come back alive, but they don't come back the same, they come back different. Going to this movie, which I was going to, you know, even though there's a black guy in this movie, it's always white people making bad decisions, because I love if I ever have kids, I'll love them to death. And I love pets, I love animals, but if any one of them die, it's God's will, you know? I'm not in any way, shape, or form going to try to bring them back. That's one thing. So, this movie here, before I start, some of my favorites, as far as like all the movie that were adapted from his book, two of my favorite were It and The Mist. I love The Mist. Mist is probably one of my favorite as far as the Stephen King adaptation. So this movie follows family. And one thing that saved this movie, I'm not going to go into too much detail about it. One thing that saves this movie for like so much for me was the acting. As far as the acting of Jason Clarke and John Lithgow. These two did a great job. Even the kids who played the children of Jason Clarke in the movie, they did a great job as far as acting. You know, the wife, the actress who played the wife, she did a fair share, but not as much as I feel that they could have utilized her. But once again, in the movie, I still enjoyed it. It's one of those Stephen King adaptations. There's a twist in this movie that they changed from the original, which didn't affect me that much in the movie. But certain things that happened in this movie, like the first act and the second act, I feel like the directors who I looked up, I know one of the directors, Kevin Cloach and Dennis Widmeyer. You know, I feel like those two, they felt like the audience weren't smart enough to understand the story themselves. You know, certain movies, you don't, especially horror movies, you know, sometimes you don't really have to go into much detail to do so much exposition to explain to the audience, this is what's going on, this is what's happening, you know. You just could, this is one, you just do one plot, hey, this is what happens if you bury an animal, boom, 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 and that's it. That's the story. You don't have to go and to keep going into detail to explain to the audience and make them feel stupid. Which I feel that kind of ruined the first and second act of the movie. Which kind of, the ending, I was fine with it, but I feel like certain people were not going to be fine with the ending based on the decision the directors made and the screenwriters made at the beginning of the movie, which I feel like somehow affected the end of the movie. Other than that, it's an enjoyable movie, but I don't feel like it's one of the better Stephen King adaptation movie. I'm going to give Pet Sematary a D+. Check it out if you want to, but me personally, I don't feel like it's one of the best Stephen King adaptation. Alright guys, this was my review for Pet Sematary. If you like it, leave a comment down below. If you don't like it, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, if you've seen this movie or not. If you read the book, if you've seen the 1989 one, if you've seen the 1992 one. Leave a comment down below, and I will be getting back at you with more reviews and reaction.